Dude, I'm feeling queasy right now. I might just puke. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cinematic. Here we go. Fuck up.
The world has been sundered. It cries out in pain. We must go to its aid. We entrust our ancestral home to you, the Watchers. The land slumber, hidden even from our own eyes. You will feel our return in the waking of the land. Then you must light the beacon of Towelliee, lest the path home be lost to us forever.
What is actually fucking happening right now? F's in chat. Bro, I'm fucking lost right now. What's happening? It's Azeroth, right? Shit is happening with the save. With the save, dude.
The world is healing, but her fate is yet uncertain. Together, we shall be Azeroth's protectors once again. Here, the new age of dragons.
The screenshot!
Shall begin.
The screenshot, it's the stone guy! It's the fucking stone guy, bro! The screenshot was real. Hammers up, everyone. Towelliee here. World of Warcraft Dragonflight has been announced. We saw a cinematic. It was like 6 out of 10. It wasn't in my top maybe 4 cinematics. It was a little long-winded in the beginning, but man, when Alistraza swooped in toward the end and that last 35, 40 seconds was like totally insane. I got chills, the hair on my arms were standing up, but definitely could have started with a little less. And obviously you can look at all the interviews today to, get the backstory on the cutscene or the cinematic that launched today. Okay, so I've been streaming for about 16, 17 hours today. Finally finished up so I can make a little YouTube video so I can discuss a couple of the things that are going to be coming with Dragonflight. There's a lot that's going to happen, right? We have the new class and the new race, Drakthir Evoker. You can only be a Drakthir Evoker. Evoker can only be a Drakthir. That'll be a separate video. Become a Dragon Rider. This is a cool little side system where you can get your own customizable, unique Drakes that kind of like... They're not flying mounts. They just... Basically, they're mounts that you can... Kind of like Guild Wars 2 mounts. You can just like kind of dive down, gain momentum. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like skills attached to each of the dragons. I want to talk about the new talent system. Yeah, I know, right? I just kind of threw that on you. New talent system. Sorry, it's a bit dark in here today. Lights are off on. I've had the lights in my face all day, so you get to just see my silhouette and my beautiful voice talking. 10 years, I think, since we've had a talent revamp, maybe more. There's a professions revamp. That'll be a separate video, but today we're gonna talk about talents, also UI revamp, another video. Talent revamps and some of the cool stuff that we saw from the interviews today. So for the talents, I'm going to go to, see if I can find the interview. So this is what Ian had to say about the talent revamp system. This could maybe go a bit into detail as to why borrowed power in Ian's eyes was kind of like a necessity over the years. Personally, I think we could have changed this a long time ago, but I do see his point. Ian says, I think seeing a new generation play with those talents and work through those talent trees really underscores some of the things that frankly we lost when we shifted to the Mists of Pandaria style talents and beyond. A big piece of that was some of the granularity, the feeling of getting a level and spending a point to customize your character to make yourself a bit better in some specific way, but also that sense of hybridity that you could have. That's something that we largely lost. And so the new talent system avoids pitting player power throughout choices against those utility hybrid choices because we know there's always a right outcome there. And we also understand that there is a lot of strength and flexibility in the modern talent system to let players customize their talents for a particular encounter or for dungeons versus PvP. We don't want to lose any of that. So the way we're reading this expansion now with a new talent revamp is that pretty much borrowed power and all these main systems with subsystems are gone. It's all literally being baked into the talent tree, the new talent tree system. So you have your druid points and you have your resto points. So you have your spec points and then you have your regular points for your class. Right now, if you count it all together, it's 60 points, 30 for the druid points, 30 for the spec points. And I'm assuming you get to put them in whatever order. You could do hybrid, which is kind of cool. I mean, this is kind of old school. I'm as a prot paladin, I'm already thinking, prot holy, some weird hybrid specs. I mean, can you imagine warlocks figuring out how to do the talents in a way that they can actually tank a dungeon? Same for enhancement shamans. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here. But as you can see, in this talent tree, you actually have abilities at the bottom like Convoke. At the bottom of that resto tree, the middle down here, this is Convoke. So they are taking like a lot of the major powered abilities from previous expansions and just kind of putting them properly into this new talent tree system. This is going to be really fun. I think people are going to start creating like insane builds, and there's going to be insane metas that are going to be established probably within the first couple of months of alpha and beta. I think we have some more screenshots here. Let me see. And this is from the Boomkin tree. That's all. I mean, we don't really have much more than what they gave us today. This is pretty much about it. But yeah, the cool part, if you've noticed, is now there's loadouts. Yeah, there's actual loadouts for your talent tree. So you can actually have a Mythic Plus loadout, a Raid AoE loadout, a Raid single target loadout, Jeff's max DPS build. Who the Jeff? Arena loadouts, World Quest loadouts. So you can even import and share these loadouts with other players. So, you know, someone out there could be like, hey, this is the best DPS build for this raid and this boss. You can import that build. It'll apply to your shit. And then you go out there and do your thing. So I'm really excited because this is the system that is going to be basically replacing borrowed power. This is the power of Dragonflight. It's going to be revolved around the talent revamp. And honestly, I think it's a great change. I think Dragonflight 10.0 could be the beginning of something that they could build upon for future expansions. And that's just something I wanted to touch on. I definitely want all you guys and gals out their opinion. I want you guys to tell me what you really think about this new talent system. You know, a lot of the abilities here will look familiar to you when you look at them. On top of that, there was also an interview, a really good interview, where Ian talked about a lot of different things for Dragonflight. One of them was the pre-patch. I thought there's going to be a pre-patch, and the pre-patch is going to have its own dungeon. And you're actually going to be able to play the Evoker, Drakthir, or Drakthir Evoker, before the actual launch of the expansion in the pre-patch. This one was a bit interesting to me. Currently, let me blow this up so you can read it with me. Currently, Dragonflight Mythic Plus Season 1 is expected to feature 4 dungeons from the new expansion and 4 old dungeons. In Season 2, there will be a rotation with 4 other Dragonflight dungeons and 4 other old dungeons. Obviously, Shadowlands will be put aside because they're too recent. So this would be a first for Blizzard to split up the dungeons into different seasons. Now, some people may say, oh, that's kind of crappy. Only 8 dungeons total, of which only 4 we can do in Mythic Plus in the first season. But if you look at the bright side of this, it actually does keep the dungeons fresh, right? Like, you do 4 dungeons in Season 1. Now you have these brand new 4 dungeons in Season 2 that you haven't done before on a Mythic Plus level. What I'm interested in is, what the hell are the old dungeons? I want you guys to comment in the chat, man, like in the comments down below on the video. Like, what old dungeons do you guys want to see? And how far back should they go for those old dungeons? I mean, if they're going, you know, Legion or BFA, I'm thinking like Freehold, Vault of the Wardens. Are we going to go as far back as Vanilla and BC? Are we going to see some crazy shit like I don't know, BRD, Dead Mines? I don't know. I guess sky's the limit with this, but definitely want to see how far back they go. But man, overall with Dragonflight, they're going like pretty, they're basically taking the feedback that players have given them over the years, and they're finally doing something with it. You know, even Master Looter and Personal Loot. Ian said in an interview today, he's not really happy with the way Personal Loot is working out, and he might make some changes to it, but not exactly give us back Master Loot. There's a new level cap. Obviously, we're going to level from 60 to 70. There are new dungeons, and there is a new raid. I believe I also have a picture of our upcoming, I think these are just concepts for the tier sets that are going to be for the first raid tier. Now, this kind of looks a little like the progenitor sets from Sofo, but given the Dragonflight flavor. By the way, this is the prop paladin, is what I'm being told. He's a goddamn golem. Is what he is. There's a monk right there. I believe this is warrior. Death Knight? Oh no, there's another picture that tells you on top what they all are. But I want to know what you guys think about all of the festivities today. What did you like about the Dragonflight announcements? What didn't you like? Personally, I think that now that we're kind of getting rid of this borrowed power and subsystems of the borrowed power, you know, like Covenant, soul binds, conduits, empowered conduits, renown, etc. Like, what do you think about just the new talent tree system being the main power of the expansion, and that's it? In another interview, it was mentioned that there will be kind of like a quasi renown system for each reputation of the dragons, but don't get crazy now. You can do it all at the same time, all the reputation. You don't have to pick one or the other. It's just all like kind of cosmetic, fun, outdoor world stuff. I know there's a lot more information that we're waiting on for Dragonflight. This is just the beginning, but I'm truly excited for the new talent system. I saw these leaked screenshots at first, and I'm like, oh, this is just a lot of stuff on one screen. But now that you see where Ian and his team are going with the concept of the talent system, you can see that they want to contain all the power in that one window and then balance it from there. But man, the possibilities, dude, the possibilities of just the, like the hybridity of what we might be able to do. I was just thinking during the stream, like, man, what happens if we can really make a Prot Holy build where we could do Mythic plus 15s and high keys without a healer? Just Prot Holy with 4 DPS, right? Like, I think this is the kind of situation where you can make a build that you can save in your loadout, which might accommodate that. And that, like I said, that's where the alpha and beta testing is really going to have to do its work, because some of the best players in the game play on the alpha and beta, and they're going to be the ones like who are going to be creating every meta that we're going to be experiencing as we play Dragonflight. But it's been a long day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just I wanted to touch on a couple of these features of the expansion. I'll probably make a couple more videos, one going over the dragon flying stuff and the other one going over professions, which I think is really cool. I think professions are going to be lit in this expansion. I'll tell you why probably in the next video. But thanks for watching. Catch me on twitch.tv/Towelliee. We're going to be doing all coverage all week, all month, all alpha, all beta, all year, everything for Dragonflight. Get excited. I think this is a new era of WoW. And I think a lot of things are going to be changing.